Hey friends, it's Kaylin here, and we are taking our chat outside today. We have been enjoying just the most gorgeous fall weather. It's, the first couple weeks of November here, and I always expect the snow to fall before it actually does, and it's just been gorgeous weather. My son is running around in shorts and a t-shirt, and today in the backyard he says, "It's just a beautiful summer day, Mom." Nope, not summer. It's fall, but it really is lovely weather, so we're lucky. Anyway, listen, this is my 10-week update. We have been doing homeschool for 10 weeks now, and it has been quite a good ride, but a bit of a roller coaster, especially these last few weeks. Now, in public school, each semester, or each quarter rather, is 9 weeks, so it's almost like we finished 9 weeks of school. We had fall break in there for 1 week, so I'm gonna say we've done 10 weeks of school, counting that fall break as one of our weeks. And overall, we've got lots of good things to report. I've got a couple of products that I need to kind of switch up in our schoolroom just because I'm not really liking how they're working. And I've got a couple things I need to work on. So anyway, let's have a little chat about how the first 10 weeks of homeschool have gone. 10 weeks of school. I'm really excited that we finished 10 weeks. Now, I said in my intro that it was going to cover the full 10 weeks, but I've been doing these recaps the first couple weeks. I think I did like second week, fourth week, sixth week. So this is kind of the last 4 weeks, the last month really, of homeschool and how it's gone. And overall, it's gone really good. I've got lots of positives that I feel my kids are still very excited about school. I've actually started integrating my 1-year-old. She's actually 13, 14 months now, I guess. And I've started getting her in on it, and that's been going really good. I've gotten a circle mat for my 14-month-old, and so she has her mat, and my 4-year-old has his mat, and that's kind of just been fun and exciting, and a new addition to the schoolroom has been kind of exciting, although with its challenges for sure, because she is only 14 months, but it's been really fun to include her in when we're reading stories or in our group time in the morning. She enjoys sitting there and singing our songs and doing the calendar and that kind of fun stuff with us. So that's been really fun and positive. And I know that a lot of times I get questions about like, how old do you start your kids? And having older kids and having school at home, naturally your younger children are going to be schooled earlier than usual. But even with my son, when he was the only child, I did start him probably at about 1.5, just because the teacher in me was really excited to teach him. And we're always teaching our kids, so even if you're not aware of it, you're probably teaching your young ones anyway, their colors and the sounds of animals and the parts of the body and the shapes and all of those kinds of things without having specific set-aside school time. Because I do have set-aside school time, it does create kind of a different environment for that kind of teaching and learning. But anyway, all really good. So that's kind of a new fun thing that's been going on the last couple of days, really not too much. We've had a little bit of struggle in our classroom. I've had some struggle in my preparing. When I started school as a public school teacher, I always had through December planned. And then as the years went on and I had taught this class so many times that I just had the whole year planned before we started. Well, this is my first full year teaching kind of an organized preschool, and I find that it is taking me a lot of time to plan my lessons and to get all of my materials together because each week is something new. And I do try and kind of surface it around a topic, but sometimes it's just hard. It's hard for me to get enough materials together that is of a good variety. So YouTube has been a really great resource for me in getting ideas for things I can put in the work boxes and different activities for different subjects, math and reading and writing. Those are really the 3 subjects that we're focused on right now. So anyway, that's kind of been hit or miss, and I need to like remotivate myself and recommit myself because the planning format that I have really does work for me. I just have not been on top of it. So for example, today is Friday. I don't have anything planned for Monday now, and I'm sure that the weekend will come and it'll just kind of breeze by. If I don't sit down and do it tonight after the kids go to bed, then Monday will come and I'll have nothing planned. So that's kind of been a little bit rough, and I need to I don't know, find out a new schedule for that, because spending all night doing lesson planning is not my idea of a good Friday night. So we'll kind of see how that goes. Now, I did mention in my intro, I have a couple of products that I'm not totally satisfied with that we need to kind of revamp. Hence why my lesson planning hasn't been going very good. So at the beginning of the school year, I purchased the curriculum from Confessions of a Homeschooler, her K4 curriculum. Now, I did a product review for her Letters of the Week program, which I loved. It was super, super good. So I decided to go with her K4 program because I loved Letter of the Week so much. Unfortunately, the K4 hasn't really been exactly what I wanted to use. I feel like I don't know. I don't want to give it a negative review because I do like all of her products, and she is a really great creative curriculum writer, so I don't have anything against her, and I don't want to give her a negative review or have it come across negative. But I just think that there's more creative or cuter. I just am a cute worksheet kind of person, and like her, she has all of the sight words on like whatever, but as worksheets, but it's not exactly the format that I like, and the font is kind of smaller than I like. That was a really big truck that just went by. Oh, you could see it in the glass. Anyway, so it's just, I don't know, it's just not great. Although I will say there are some activities in there that I have loved. She has a really good math activity that I have loved doing over and over again, but for the most part, I find that I'm just not going to that curriculum to fill our work boxes, and that's causing problems because then as the week goes on and each school day comes, I don't have activities and I have to reinvent the wheel because this curriculum's not doing it for me. Her Letter of the Week curriculum did it fantastic for me, but this particular curriculum is not. So, you know, that's kind of hit or miss, and I need to find something different to kind of supplement so that I'm not spending so much time trying to reinvent the wheel. The other thing that's not working very well in our curriculum that I chose to do, we were going to start the recorder this year. Some of you may be laughing. I was very ambitious and I wanted to introduce my child to music and playing music, so I got a recorder and a lesson book that we were going to do periodically throughout the year. Well, we've done it 2 or 3 times, and all the times have been a total disaster. He just doesn't have, he's not old enough to do it, really, is the truth of the matter. And the book that I got was not like beginner book. So I know that recorders are for little kids, at least that's kind of what my memory tells me. And I believe that there is like a book out there that teaches notes and teaches, you know, how to use a recorder, whereas the book I got just like teaches finger placement and then assumes you already know how to read music. You probably should start with a piano, is what I'm assuming is what it wants me to do, but anyway, maybe next year I'll start on the piano, and kind of, I've never taught piano before either, although I do play myself. So anyway, that's not going very good either, but I do have some stuff that's worked really well. The art book that I got has been fantastic. It's called How to Draw, and Cameron really loves doing that. So I actually am going to be purchasing a sequel to that, or another book that he, you know, it's How to Draw Animals, and then she also has How to Draw Dinosaurs. So that's been a very popular activity, so I'm going to be going and getting more of those. And then as far as our other activities, our scripture or our Bible time, I've completed all of the worksheets that I made myself. I had 9 weeks worth of activities, and then I kind of stopped making them. So I need to either finish making them or make more of them, or I need to find an alternative activity for our first box in our work boxes, because I always do kind of a scripture devotional time as our first lesson of the day. So anyway, so that's kind of how an update of how our homeschool is going. Personally, I'm still really excited about it. I really do love lesson planning, although it does take a lot of time. And I do find that sometimes as the day comes, you know, it's the morning of school, that I'm a little bit dragging to get started. But as soon as I get started and we get going, then I'm very excited about it, and I do love doing it. So we're still kind of in the trenches. We have 3 quarters left. I know how school goes. I'll be happy when Christmas is over, and then the second semester is always the longest. So Anyway, that's where we are. Hopefully your homeschool lives are going smooth, and if you're having a hard time finding things to do like some days I am, then check out my workbox videos. I do kind of go through a whole day of workboxes, and there's various activities that you can do. So it'll save you one day of planning if you head over to those videos. I have lots of them. If you like this video, make sure you click that thumbs up button so that I can make more videos like this, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already, because I do post lots of videos about all different kinds of topics, and I like to have people that can be a part of our community and we can chat together. So anyway, hopefully things are going good for you guys, and we'll chat to you again soon. Bye.